Jay, so we know that some small business owners will be going after funding for their ideas and raising capital. And so we know that some people will be awarded that, some will not. What would be some reasons that some individuals would not receive funding for their idea?
Are we referring to like grants or just loans or?
Either, I wouldn't say grants, maybe loans or some other alternative funding sources.
Well, a lot of people from a loan perspective don't get money because they just don't know. You're not properly taught how to go for a loan, and when it comes to business, they're lied to a lot. A lot of people think that they'll say, "Hey, man, you need money for your business. Put a business plan together and go to the bank and get a loan." That's the furthest thing from the truth. Banks are not loaning money to brand new businesses. Now, I'll tell you a caveat, because there's always somebody, I was able to get them. If you got a job with perfect credit, then you can get a loan and use it for your business personally. But we're talking about, can you get a business loan? No, your business have to be in business. It has to actually be a business. You have to show them that you have a working business, something that they can invest their money into. They're not just going to give you any money. That's not how this works. And that's where the first problem comes in at. You know what I mean? People just are misled and they don't understand why they're not getting loans or how to properly go after getting a loan. Other reasons why, once they start going down the rabbit hole of why they won't get funding, some banks like to call it, you're not my banking appetite. So certain bigger banks don't do business with, even though they say they do small business loans. Well, in this country, a small business is like $500 million. So, your micro business is not their banking appetite. That's not the type of business that they do business with. That's why I encourage people to make relationships with local banks. Banks that's going to miss you if you're actually doing right by them and you put money in there on a regular basis. They'll miss you. You immediately be able to get directly to a branch manager. And you have an easier chance of getting some funding and taking advantage of some of the programs and offers that they have. Everybody just go right to their random bank, Bank of America, Wachovia. I say Wachovia, Wells Fargo is dating myself. And Chase and so forth and so on. When around the corner Central might be the spot you need to go to, and then lack of resource. You don't know about community loan funds, which is like non-profit banking scenarios, as you call alternative lenders. They're not aware of these places, So it's not that they're being turned down; they're just not aware that they have these things that's been created specifically for you. Specifically, they're not looking at the credit like other people would look at it, and traditional banks. And some of them aren't even looking at credit at all. They're actually looking at the health and the life of the business. They're saying, well, you're bringing in, they're looking at the bank account and saying, hey, you're depositing $5,000 a week in this bank. I know that you can stand a $50,000 loan because you can handle it. With the money that we're seeing, and the business been around for 5 years, and they're going off of that. They're not going off of, you don't have a 750 credit score or 100 paydex score. They're actually looking and seeing how the business is working, and that's some of the things I can think of off the top of my head.